I remember last Valentine's Day, I told Mom I was just completely giving up on looking for a husband. It was just done with it. And Mom said, well, Stacy, I've been praying for you and God told me to prepare for a wedding. And I was like, please, Mom, that's just so ridiculous.
So the first time I saw Stacy was through her screen door as she opened the door to let me in. And I knew she knew that she was valuable.
My friend Tiffany had been telling me about Richard for months, but she had also set me up with this guy that was a real dud. It was just horrible. And so the next time she wanted to set me up with Richard, I was like, probably not, because he was just, the last guy was just so awful. I thought, she has no credibility when it comes to matchups.
I'd got to know her a little bit off of her Facebook and emailing. We had emailed for 3 weeks.
I think he was just like, maybe if I just email her, Tiffany will get off our backs. Our first date was on May 21st, and we went
to everybody's traditional date, which is a cave.
It was a Civil War cave, and we just kind of explored it.
We just had a good time. We had a great time with each other.
I was 100% myself. I didn't try and be anything that I was, and I wore the jeans and t-shirt like I always do, and I was just not trying to impress anybody. And it just turned out to be really great.
And then the more and more we went out, I just really cherished that time. And it's just grown since then. I can't think of one moment where I said, oh my gosh, I really, that made me love her. That I can't think of a moment like that. But just over time, I just know that I want to be around her more and more often.
I started having feelings for Richard probably around the time we went to Arkansas to go hiking, and I had slipped on some moss and I fell in a waterfall, and I was soaking wet, and we were just laughing so hard and making jokes about it. And I remember thinking, you know, if we can handle all calamities or unexpected things by laughing this way, then this is somebody I could get used to. My favorite thing about Richard is he is very capable.
Well, it's not that she's always on time.
And he's very, just a simple person. He doesn't complicate things. There's no drama. We just share life together, and that's been really great.
She sees value in everyone. And I love that about her, because that's God's vision through her.
Well, we were here at Lost Hill, the park, when Richard proposed.
I said, well, let's have a picnic. And I had everything planned out. And I said, where would you like to go? And she says, well, let's go to Lost Hill. And I'm like, well, and then I thought, okay, I can work with that. So we came to Lost Hill and had a little picnic. We stopped and got sandwiches. She laid out the picnic blanket.
Picnic out here and had sandwiches, and he got out his phone and it started playing this music.
I had recorded a song on my cell phone, me playing guitar and singing harmony, and then I started that song on my cell phone and I sang the song to her.
And he was singing a song to me, and normally that would be a dead giveaway to a girl if a guy's singing a song for you, but he and I sing to each other all the time. It's a big joke that he has a song for everything. And while he was singing, I started noticing that one of the lines was, someday somebody's going to ask you a question you should say yes to. What about tonight? And I remember thinking, is that really what I think it is? And then as the song is finishing, he hands me this red
ribbon that was 60 feet long.
It's like 60 feet of ribbon.
And every 7 feet or so was
a note card with a precious memory, a milestone in our life, something that we had done together that was really special.
Points where I thought, you know, this is something special, and it was kind of just every 7 feet there was a card with mementos of how we had progressed.
And as I walked through, of course I was just crying, I was just bawling because I just couldn't believe it. And the last little note card was blank, and he was there holding the other end of the string, down on bended knee.
I was on one knee with the ring, and I said, Stacy, will you marry me?
And I said, of course, and we held each other for a really long time. I think he might have even shed a tear or two.
And she was crying, and so I was crying too.
finally he goes, "So you want to try on this ring? It's burning a hole in my pocket." I had completely forgotten about it. So it was really memorable, and it was simple outside, just perfect proposal for us. And it was in some place we really loved.
And that's how I proposed.
The best thing that has happened since Richard has come into my life is I'm more confident. I'm very secure because I know that he loves me no matter what.
And Stacy has given me that chance to dream about a life that I had dreamt about for a while.
We always talk about how marriage is supposed to depict Christ, and I think his love for me really does that, because he accepts me just as I am, and he loves me. And it's unconditional, and it's not based on what I do, but in who I am. Richard, this is one of the happiest days of my whole life. I love you very much, and I want you to know that I so admire you for so many things. One of the things that I like about your job at Presley's is that it fits you. You sit up in this balcony and you make everybody else shine around you. And that's what you've done for me too. You make me shine, and you make me so proud to be your girlfriend, and now your fiance, and soon to be your wife. And I love you with all my heart.
Stacy, simply put, I'm so looking forward to building a life together.
Her head was on fire. Why was he so nervous? He took her to the park. She crossed her arms and lowered her eyelids. Someday somebody's gonna ask you a question that you should say yes to once in your life.